frozen inside the bag for the extended period of time there. You don't want any of it to come out for the first cycle. 10 minutes at 100 degrees. Second cycle is 110 degrees for 10 minutes. And you just bump it up by 10 degrees every time, basically. So we're just now about to bump it up to 130. And at this point, once it's at that temperature, I'll put a little bit more pressure on it. It'll most likely hold in place now. So you'll start to see the bag wet up sometime around the 20-minute mark or so if you got no pressure on it. If you see the bag wet up before that, you got too much pressure on, and you're basically going to waste some rosin. So now that's my timer. So I'll reset the timer. So this is actually the 31-minute mark, basically. We got it at 130 degrees. I'm going to gently apply some extra pressure. I really like this particular press, the Long's Peak, because you can really dial that pressure in just 1 psi at a time. Lock it in place. All right, there, right around 5 psi now. Can you get in real tight here for an extreme close-up? You got you can see that the bag is just now starting to wet up. A little color, a little wetness to it.
There we go.
Extreme close up. Extreme close up.
That would be the most legit, yeah.
I know that it's going to actually zoom in on the part we're trying to get it to, though. But anyway, you get the idea. It's very much there at this point.
Cool. When it's dripping, I'll do it close up and I'll hold it there.
Yeah, actually, you want to do that. I'm not sure how that clips in properly.
It's kind of junky, but it works. I think it's meant to be.
Bam. Okay. Yeah. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Okay. Yep. It's you get to actually see a little bit of moisture on the bag now at this point, or on the parchment. Sweet. 6 psi. Yeah, it's still pretty fucking slow and steady at this point. There's going to be a lot of waiting, a lot of thumb twiddling, maybe some song humming.
Well, I honestly wanted to start it up because I think that it is very interesting and the steps are important. What you were explaining to me was all really intense, so I was like, damn, I should press play. You know. So.
I think we pretty much got them caught up for the most part. Cool. It's like the main thing is just going slow and steady at the beginning, because I have went too fast at it before and the rosin all goops out, and there's still THCA in that rosin that oozed out initially, so you basically didn't harvest the THCA from that, and your first terpene layer will end up being not just terpenes at that point. It's got rosin. Well, that's a fun noise.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah. That's already as closed up as you can get it.
Okay.
Apologize for the loud air compressor.
Yeah,
wandering over from us.
Think you're good. Your audio will be good.
Yeah, we see if we can get a view of this ran the hose up into the ceiling, up through the wall to the other side, so it's not really as bad as it could be. Sometimes that's just so loud. I accidentally leave the door open. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Big boy toys.
So it's my theory here that we're going to end up with the best yield of THCA that I've done in any of my previous experiments because the overall purity of this resin ranch hash that we're using, there's just not much in the ways of impurities there that would get in the way. So I'm imagining that the THC percentage of this stuff, I don't really know. There's no, on that sticker there wasn't a percentage now. Yes, there's no way to know. But I'm imagining that the rosin is somewhere over 85% THC. And with this method being as effective as it is, you're not really going to lose any. I have gotten fairly low THCA yields in the past while using a lower quality rosin starting product. I'm imagining this time we're going to have somewhere over 50%. That's the hopes.
So
Any other weed nerds in here?
Oh yeah, we should have 2 people.
Oh, what's up, weed nerds?
Yeah. Does it drip like rosin? Or?
Yeah, when you actually do start to put the pressure on, you'll get a very clear looking drip coming out of it. That's the terpene fraction there. The terpenes are more viscous than the rosin itself.
Okay.
So yeah, the first thing that you'll actually see ooze out might end up being an actual liquid drop. I'm not sure. It's just like I said, it's my first time doing it with this high of a purity, so
yeah.
Not sure what to expect with it, but I've seen some shit come out before that literally just looks like, nectar.
Okay.
But yeah, the first couple that come out be like a higher yield of terpenes that come out, and then the ones that come after that will be cleaner but lower yield.
Okay.
And those ones tend to be a little more shattery. But we'll find out what we're going to get today. Because, pretty much every product can end up with a different consistency. Depending upon, how it was stored, what it was sprayed on it, what it experienced in its life cycle, which this resin rancher seemed to really optimize his growing environment. So it'll probably be pretty fucking clean.
Sweet.
But yeah, a lot of times cleaner stuff will be a little more shattery or stable on this, I've noticed.
Okay.
I'm just bumping up the temperature a little bit higher again. I'm up to 140 now. We can see that there is a good corner of moisture formed, but nothing's actually squeezed out of the bag yet. That's good. We're just at 7 psi now. It's slowly creeping up.
Hell yeah.
Anybody got any questions?
Nobody in the chat yet.
Okay.
But it will be.
Chugga, chugga, chugga. Not really smelling it yet. Yeah, it's there.
Fuck yeah.
Sweatshirt. Fuck off.
So this is technically mechanical separation process.
That's what they call it.
Okay.
Mechanical terpene fractioning or mechanical separation of THCA. And we're gonna we'll do a little experimentation with mixing them back together in a form of solvent-free diamonds and sauce. Alright, there goes that timer. Start it again. And bump up the pressure a bit more. Get it up to right around 10 now. Cool, and I can see the other side's got wet.
Oh, nice. So witnesses the oils leaving or coming out of the rosin.
Yeah, at this point it's slowly starting to separate. The more viscous terpene layer will kind of get pushed away from the THCA layer. So that's essentially that's the only thing that's actually coming out of the bag. There's waxes a little bit and some terpenes there. I'd like to, at some point, it'd be really cool to check it out and see, like, you know, what percentage of THC is left in the terpene fraction. And, you know, obviously, we have to find out what the rosin was going in, what the terpene fraction was, and then what the THCA, well, you know, just to get an idea of how pure of a separation we're actually getting here. Oh yeah, okay, now you can really see it starting to ooze. You smell it?
Not yet.
So yeah, there's different ways we can handle this at the end. There's most of the stuff I see in the stores has a pretty dark tinge of yellow to it. And that means that there's still a little bit of the terpene fraction left in the THCA. The more times you repress it, after we get the separation done, we can just keep repressing it at full pressure and full heat, 180 degrees. And it'll just get cleaner and cleaner. I had one that I did that just was like perfectly clear crystal. And another one that I tried I didn't go as hard on, and it was still very amber colored. So it's up to you how you want to play that. I mean, obviously you don't want to waste too much time in this situation since you're already off work.
I mean, we'll play with that and just kind of feel bad on Misha's time a little bit. So that's really your call on scientifically doing it.
Well, we'll do it at the what I would consider to be like 75% of the way done.
Okay.
If we keep going at it, I mean, it could add a whole extra half an hour or 40 minutes onto the thing. And it doesn't really change the purity that much, I don't imagine.
Totally. Well, that's perfect then. Because what we just really want to see is the diamonds and kind of mixing it back into its own rosin anyway. I want to see. I think it'll be crazy. Cool.
also like the weight's gonna go down each time too. Each time you do that, it's separating out. There's less in the terpene or less in the THCA fraction, so
right.
You're gonna end up with a little bit less each time, which is a little more pure.
Do you think this would work on a larger scale, or would you have to like,
Most definitely would. I wonder it to a certain point though. I don't think you could do like a full plate full of it. Maybe you could. I feel like it could end up being a lot more of a mess because with the viscosity of rosin, when you press out a whole plate full, it doesn't like just spill over the edges. Whereas this stuff, if it's really viscous, it could just like drip down into the inner workings of the press there. That's why some people do the extra parchment folds and get the directed flow and whatnot.
Right.
But I've actually had a lot of bad luck with those, causing the bag to slip around. You can't see the bag properly to like tell when it's ready for pressure. Makes it way harder for me to not blow out or silly shit like that.
Yeah, totally.
So I've kind of stepped away from the directed flow parchment tech.
Okay.
Particularly when it comes to making actual rosin, almost impossible. The low pressure involved with this would be more forgiving. So it'd be possible to do it without blowing out.
Yeah.
But it's really, I mean, sometimes it's hard to see what you're doing when you do those directed flow pouches.
Okay.
And one thing I've had problems with in the past is I get the flow proper, but then too much of it still goes out in the back, and it causes a pressure buildup back there, and that can actually cause the parchment paper to explode on the backside. Alright. 2 more minutes. We'll bump up to 150 degrees and start putting real pressure on this thing.
Okay. That's the first good cycle, like full real cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when it'll start to, we might have a few drips pulling out of here. And I'm guaranteeing this stuff is going to be super clear.
Oh, yeah.
We've had some in the past that came out that were like, there's a little color to them and whatnot. That's a terpene separation right there. One of the OG twist experiments. So the later ones, they start being smaller, less drippy, and more stable. That's what these are.
Okay.
So basically it's just climbing to 150 degrees now. Once it's there, I'll crank up the pressure until I start to see some action. Now we're over 40 minutes into it, and the THCA is probably pretty well bonded at this point and not likely to accidentally ooze out. It's safer to put pressure on. That new timer started, bumping the pressure. Fucked up and I cut this just a little too short. I can't clip it up with the damn magnet. Move it right up to the edge of the plate since it's so small. We won't be able to see it otherwise. There we go. Wow. See how incredibly viscous and clear that liquid is.
Yeah, that's what the first one is. Whoa.
Can you see it?
Yeah. I should see it in here.
That's pretty cool. You can see it pretty well on your phone on the Weed Live.
Excellent. It's like literally clear.
Oh, I smell it now.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
That stank.
I really brought the garlic and the mushrooms.
And the grandpa mouth. We brought the grandpa mouth right out. I don't really know what I've come to call GMO grandpa mouth odor.
What's going on, Ja411? How you doing, brother? It's the guy that was asking questions last time. He just checked in.
So, yep. Yeah, you didn't miss a whole lot, as I was saying earlier, Ja. It's a really slow process on this start here. But it's starting to ooze up pretty good now. This is just terpenes, basically, right there. What you're seeing. I did my job. All the THCA is still in the bag. That's just the terpene fraction oozing out. That pure. That good.
Well, yeah. Doing great. Just got off work. Nice. What do you do for work, bud? Fuck yeah. We're just working here ourselves.
Working hard and hardly working.
Says getting the dab ready and then going to water the girls. Oh, nice.
Gee,
Very nice.
that's what's up. What strains you got running this time? Ja, what you running?
If I remember correctly, it was deep purple, golden goat. Because I just asked him like maybe 2 days ago. If I remember correctly. And I meant to ask you what that golden goat is, because that's a crazy sounding strain.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah. Am I right? Is that's you, right, John? Where's in it? Okay, gotcha. Oh, in IT. We're in IT. Okay. Golden goat, yeah, deep purple and raw cookies. Yeah, that's what he's growing this year. Raw.
What's up? Sounds like a nice harvest on your horizon there.
Fuck yeah. I remembered because of the golden goat and the deep purple. He said I have a great memory on the strains because I happen to remember that. But yeah,
Frank does have a really good memory.
The golden goat. That's an interesting one though. Both of us have said that. We never heard of that strain.
New to me.
Starshine's kind of a plant encyclopedia, so I was surprised to hear him say it as well. What's the deep purple?
Yeah, I'm no plant encyclopedia. I'm just old.
And raw cookies.
That raw cook.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's just literally clear and raw. Golden goat is a pineapple citrus sweet smelling strain. Oh damn.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
So is that more on the sativa end?
Deep purple is from So Cool. Oh, that's badass, man.
Rip.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. One thing I've grown by him was that Apollo 13.
Oh, that's cool.
But I know it was his at least. Man, that was a while back too. But no, we have 150 degrees now. We've been doing this for about 45 minutes. It's just now starting to actually ooze out.
Hell yeah. You said yes, it's a sativa leaning hybrid. I remember correctly, 60 to 70 day finisher.
Nice, nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I like those pineapple sativas. There's some really good pineapple Thai ones. It was just fucking bee's knees. Item 9 exists. But yeah, as Frank knows, I'm not the biggest fan of fruity strains, but a couple of them every now and then hit right. I like those stinky foot, burnt rubber, diesel fuels. I don't like those things that stink.
But yeah.
It's like this GMO, boy, does it ever. It's just so funky. I mean, literally, it's like, this is the only way to describe it in a word. I'm pretty sure it's effectively descriptive of its funk aroma.
160.
Bumping temps. At this point, we're ready to just go blasting away at it with It's not gonna blow up now. We're just gonna put the pressure on.
I'll be back in the chat in a minute. I'm gonna use my camera.
Really brought the grandpa mouth right out, he says. Alright, we are at full blast. You're blocking the light just a little bit. You try doing it from over here. Where'd it go? There it is.
It's water. Full pressure.
Full steam ahead, Captain. Sometimes releasing the pressure and re-adding it will cause it to ease back out, but like I said, this is a really small, I mean, this is the smallest one I've ever done, so didn't know if we had an actual drip to expect or not, but it seems that that's a no. Holy gosh. I mean, you can't even see it. It's so clear. Okay, this would be our say we're into our 60th minute now.
Oh yeah.
And so at this point, I'd like to get a new parchment. Swap parchments out because oh my gosh.
Oh boy. Ooh. Come on, yeah. Oh. Oh man, that's just crazy. Oh man.
You really can't even see it.
Yeah, literally, it's clear. Completely clear. Jesus
That
Christ.
true clear. Now,
and that's technically the terpene separation, right?
yeah, that's just the terp layer. Should be fairly low in THC compared to everything else.
Okay.
I've
so that's
kept all the terps or all the THCA in the bag still.
Okay. So this is the part that we keep separate, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'll like I said, if you want to make a good diamonds and sauce, you mix this back in with that.
Okay.
We'll get multiple runs of this. After it cool off a little bit, we can hopefully get it off of the parchment. Sometimes they're a little more sappy. This one looks like it's probably gonna be like straight up liquid. Let's see.
So we got question from Ja411. He said, "What strain have you guys pressed that had the best return?"
SFV or this GMO. Honestly, this GMO because it's a 6-star we pressed. It had 77% from hash to rosin, but we'll find out what the yield is on rosin to THCA. In the past, my highest yield on THCA was I got like 20%. So it's usually like I said, I get like 60% or something, 50% maybe from hash to rosin, and then out of that, You get like 20% of that to go in the form of THCA, and the rest of it comes out in the form of this goopy stuff on the parchment paper. But I'm feeling like this is going to be a much higher yield because of the actual percentage of THC in the rosin was higher. This probably was 88-90% THCA rosin. It's from a traditional market source, so there's no testing info on it. But it is pure, let me tell you that. I'm going to test to its purity. There's like no particles in there that shouldn't be in there. So I'm missing my, do you need a tool? A scrapey tool? Yeah. See if we can get this off. No, I can tell right now it's already, it's still really just goop.
Yeah, it's clear. Oh man, that's crazy.
Get that in here. Get a jar.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is wow.
You can't even see it in there.
At certain angles, you can see that it's just a little piss drip of fucking nothing. Oh my god, yeah, right there. It's clear. It's amber. Oh my god, it looks just like the milk, though. It looks like his hat. It's like fucking insane.
Yeah, it's not working off of the paper though.
No.
It's like way too viscous to get off the paper.
It doesn't stick to itself either, huh?
Smell it.
Wow. Yeah, that's the whole garlic.
That's crazy. It's usually like a lot more shattery. Or at least of that waxy kind of pliable material, or you can play with it kind of. This is just straight up liquid. Have to like freeze it. Try to get it off that way.
Oh, okay. Crazy looking fucking honey. Yo, for real.
Like, you really just can't see shit though. Especially now because it's all whited out.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's too close to the light now. Let's get back the light up a bit.
Oh, there you go. Exactly that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just goo. Looks like fucking clear goo. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm hanging out at Black Oak Ranch. And really good bands on the stage. And you know, Saturday night, people are just doing all that Saturday night stuff that they do at Black Oak Ranch. And the band says something about, man, it smells like somebody's cooking popcorn out there in the crowd. Sure would like to smoke some eat some popcorn. And then this security guard comes over and he's like, yeah, some good smelling popcorn. Can I have a bite? I'm like, fuck yeah, security guard, enjoy some popcorn. And then Karen comes over, she's like, y'all can't do that here. This is Kate Wolf. Kate Schwolf. I mean, that happened to a friend of mine. Not me.
He says LOL.
Golly.
So it's still pressing too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it'll we'll get a little bit more terps next time, or a little bit less terps each time after this now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how well we're gonna be able to do the Solventless diamond and the salsa. Well, pretty much what I thought. We're getting more in the form of THCA than sauce.
What I was thinking originally also is like, I don't know what the Tyrone is from them, but it's like, it looks like it's like whipped rosin that just has the diamonds in it. So.
I think it's really rosin. It's probably a proportion of terpenes to rosin to THCA, and then whipped while heated.
Oh Jesus! And then the diamonds added after, or
it's hard to say.
Yeah, okay.
Their proprietary tech is their own method. It's hard to recreate, but they're. I feel like it's some form of those combinations of things. Heat, whip, proportions of the ingredients. Okay, so now we're doing full pressure, full heat, which is 170.
Says allegedly happened. Talking about the Kate Wolf.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
The glove did not fit. Must have quit. Ooh. Actually, yeah, we'll do another swap. I did not have inhalation relations with that woman, Miss Marowinski. I'm getting my 90s scandals all mixed up. Hold on.
Mrs. Memo, there he is, buddy. Good. Thank you so much.
Nose in it.
That's one of the things.
That's just the pure terpene layer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so incredibly, it's like straight up liquid. It's really impossible to get off the parchment actually. Would you do me a favor real fast, Misha?
Yep. Oh, yeah. No.
Throw these into the freezer.
Put them in there?
Yeah. They're only going to be in there for like 5 minutes. We don't have to wrap them. Just trying to get them cold so I can get that shit off. It's ridiculous. Like, leave it on its angle so it kind of cools up. Alright, now at this point, it's just cleaning up. We'll just do this one more round and we'll call it at that point.
Okay.
That'll be hour and 10 minutes.
Cool. Yeah.
And then I think we're just now at an hour and 10 minutes actually. So it's 5:14. We started at 4, right?
Yep. Fuck yeah.
So yeah, any bit of time from here now isn't really going to do much else except for just change the color of the THCA a little bit.
Okay. Very interesting. So you think it comes out darker as you keep going, or
No, it gets lighter. So like I said, right now there's still some terpenes stuck inside the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly over time you're going to push all of those out, and then you'll just end up with a pure THCA.
I guess the terpenes come out darker as you're going?
Oh no, they actually get lighter too.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
In my experience, it's just like less of it each time, but it's like clear. So that little bit of color that is there isn't going to be there in the next one.
Okay.
But yeah, it's probably not even going to be enough to actually collect. It's just pushing it a little bit further out of the inner bag into the second bag at this point. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually pull apart and collect all the THC out of there and put it in a clean bag and then repress it again at this point. And that gets like, at this point the bag is just being a sponge pulling the extra terps out of it that would be in the THCA. That's how you end up with the clearest, most pure crystals. But we don't have to go that far into it. I'm sure this shit's going to be stupid as is. And for the sake of brevity, let's just call it now in the middle of the cycle. So yeah, you see there's like, I mean, basically nothing on the paper at this point.
Yeah, serious.
But each time you do that, it just a little bit comes out of there. It would be in here.
Oh, okay, I see.
So now,
This would be...
this is the goods. This is the goods.
Alright, be right back in the chat. I'm going to be videotaping this.
So like I said, it's like a sponge almost of sorts. It's soaking up the terpenes at this point.
Oh, okay.
Pulling them out of the inner bag. The inner bag will be a lot cleaner.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it busted out just a little bit.
Wow, that's crazy looking though, dude.
It is already pure white at this point. It's already like...
Oh my god.
Pure.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Woo-wee. So we're back from Colombia with our goods.
Oh my god. That's crazy looking.
That's pretty nuts.
Wow.
It's like the absolute pure.
Wow.
So, clean one. Can you run and grab one of the heat guns?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah. That's a lot easier for this step. Alright, we got the parchment teared out. So we can figure out how much we actually harvested here. So, plug her up down there. I'm gonna try to do this without fucking the camera. Now that it's on a piece of brown paper, you can probably see it better. I'm gonna get a idea how much we got now. So yeah, almost exactly 50%.
It's probably accurately more accurately weigh it, right?
Bam bam, 0.47.
Yeah, that's crazy.
0.47 out of 1 gram. So we got almost 50% yield.
Crazy.
And it is really pure.
For real.
I could have maybe not went as hard on it, and it could have had a little over 50%, and just had the slightest little yellow tint.
Oh, okay.
Just heat the press up to 190 degrees, and just let it sit there slowly over time. It'll get there, but it takes forever.
Holy
it takes
shit,
forever
that was awesome. I had no idea.
So I just found that we can do it that way. Now here's the cool thing.
Hold on, I'm gonna film it.
How you doing, brother?
Get this with a little bit of light too. Yeah, that's really, I don't know.
Wow. No, that's badass.
But
I mean,
so here's the coolest part about it. This is the microphone.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I mean, it is the most stable THC substance I've ever played with in my life. At this point, once it's solidified into this crystal, or this whatever glassy type deal, it takes over 200 degrees to reheat it. So I could literally just sit there and hold it in my hands forever. It'll never melt to my finger at all, even without gloves on. So it's like the most stable THC product I've ever seen.
That is fucking crazy. Fuck yeah.
Can you go grab those other terp layers real fast?
Yeah, where?
You put them in the freezer. No, not the freezer. Yeah.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
So, you know, this here still got some THC left in it. It's hard to get it all out. But what I generally do with that is just like throw it into a little bit of tea, you know. Let the hot tea soak it off. That's good enough, you know. It's always going to end up with like a little bit left on there.
Mm. Hell yeah, bro. That's fucking awesome. Cool, so we'll play around with that and make a mix-up and stuff, and then we'll smoke it on stream either later tonight or tomorrow or whenever you're free and want to do that.
Well, I'm definitely down to do some solventless diamond dabs.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
On the sapphire.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this still is not coming off very well. It's like the most viscous shit known to man.
Very fucking cool, very interesting. Yo, thank you, Ja411, man. Thank you very much for donating ice cream. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you
Tasty
guys
treats!
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You guys watch the whole rosin press and the diamonds press? Yeah, this is so badass, dude. Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
So, I don't know if we're going to get any more actual in there. Maybe what we should do is just get a different jar.
Mm-hmm.
Put the THCA in separately.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can hear this.
Clink, clink. Got a little glass in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some ASMR.
ASMR for you. The sound of THCA.
Damn.
Boom. That's the data. And that's the data. Woo! Do be down.
Fuck yeah. Thank
All right.
y'all for joining us very much. Happy Friday. We'll be smoking some very soon. Fuck yeah. Thank you very much, Starshine. Fucking master of ceremonies here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Keep cannabis weird. Keep the cannabis industry weird, people.
Oh yeah, we got that here.